Hello, my name is Jemima Johnston. I'm Head of Corporate Immigration here at Gersten, and in this video I'm addressing the issue of how you determine the skill level of a particular job, a job that you want to sponsor somebody in under the skilled worker route. As I'm sure you're aware, jobs are only eligible for sponsorship if they are considered to be at a skill level of RQF 3 or above, and that is considered by government to be at that skill level. So how do you know if a role is at that level? Your responsibility as an employer is to determine which occupation code or SOC code that job falls under. The SOC codes, standard occupational classifications, are, as the name implies, a classification scheme for jobs, for roles. They're published by the Office of National Statistics. They're used by the government for a number of purposes, so immigration is only one of those purposes. But each occupational classification covers a number of jobs, and for that occupational classification will be declared to be at a certain skill level. So any job falling under that code should be at that skill level. So where do you find those codes and how do you decide which is appropriate for your job? As I said, the codes are published by the ONS, and that is where you would turn to look for detail of the codes. Each code comprises a number of elements. So there is a broad title and a kind of number reference to kind of describe the code. Then there's a broad description of the nature of that category. That may be helpful, but isn't ultimately conclusive. Then very critically, you will have a list of the sample types of activity that would be carried out by somebody doing a job under that classification. You will find with certain types of classification, when you're looking to see if a job fits, that possibly every one of those types of activity or task is appropriate to the job that you're looking at. In other cases, it may only be one or two. So your job is to find the best fit occupation code. It's not necessarily about finding a perfect fit with every bullet point, or indeed we're sometimes asked, do we need at least 50%, do we need 70%? There's not a set level, it's about finding the most appropriate code. You'll also find, to assist you, some sample job titles. Those can be very useful in terms of guiding you to a possible code, but again, they are not definitive. The fact that you have a role with the same job title as is listed under one of those occupation codes does not confirm that that is the best occupation code for that role. The core element is about the activities, the nature of the job as a whole. So use the titles to guide you, but look at the job descriptions. So say it's the ONS site where you will find that detail. The Home Office publish lists of occupation codes from an immigration perspective, confirming which are eligible or not, but those do not go into the full detail I've talked about. So you really do need to turn to the ONS, or if you'd like assistance, we're very happy to advise. Ultimately, as the employer, it is your decision, so we can be there to assist you, but you must be happy that you have ultimately determined the appropriate code. And just to emphasise, this issue of the appropriate code is very important, not just because it determines the skill level and the eligibility there, it will also determine the salary level, but because the government has confirmed in the immigration rules that if they believe an employer has chosen a code incorrectly, but in order to make a job eligible or considered eligible where otherwise it wouldn't, in other words, that it would actually fall under an occupation code that is not eligible for sponsorship, or because the chosen code has a lower salary level and the salary being paid only meets that lower level. If they think either of those situations have occurred, they can and absolutely will refuse a visa application, and there may even be implications for your sponsor license if you have that. So choosing the right occupation code is something that you need to take seriously and consider properly as the first step on any occasion that you're looking to sponsor somebody. If you'd like assistance, please do look at our website. You can also email us or contact us through social media, and we'd be very happy to help.